How you doing, guys? Big Mate Dan School here, back once again with another Mortal Realms video for you. It's time to take a look through the pages of issue 19. Before we go any further, I need to say a massive thank you to Mr. D Forks for sponsoring this video. D Forks, as well as my other patrons, make the Mortal Realms series possible. If you'd like to find out how you can join the select group of individuals who very generously sponsor the channel, then you can follow the link in the top left corner of the screen or in the description below to my Patreon. Back to the issue at hand, number 19. With this issue we get 3 Nighthaunt heroes, a Knight of Shrouds, Guardian of Souls and Spirit Torment. Now, you might be thinking, but how can a force portrayed as evil have heroes? Surely they're villains. Well, in Age of Sigmar, a hero is basically a character unit or a leader in your army. Now, these miniatures come on a sprue that's included in the Soul Wars starter set for Age of Sigmar that retails at £95 direct from the Games Workshop. As I've said on previous episodes, when you break that box down based on the number of sprues it contains, each sprue has a value of £11.88, so rounding up, we're saving £4 versus buying the Soul Wars set. As far as I can tell, on the GW website, you can't buy these miniatures separately, but the fact that they are hero minis give them a little extra value in my book. Typically speaking, Age of Sigmar heroes cost around £15 or more, so the 3 heroes could be worth as much as £45, giving you a saving of £37. That's pretty good if you ask me. But with the prices we have at hand, breaking down the Soul Wars starter set like I did, it's more like a £4 saving realistically. So what else can we find in the issue? According to the front cover, painting Nighthaunt heroes and adding command abilities to our games. Knights of Shrouds are the spectral commanders of the Nighthaunt processions, blessed with unholy power by Nagash. In life they betrayed their own people for reward of eternal undeath and great power. Nagash does not choose them at random, but instead seeks out the greatest champions of mankind and uses his endless hordes to lock them in near unending wars of attrition. Time is always on the side of the dead, and many of these leaders are worn down by battles with no end in sight. Those willing to betray their people swear allegiance to Nagash, and are spared. They are gifted a cursed blade known as a Sword of Stolen Hours. These swords steal the soul energy of all they slay, and a portion of which is transferred to the wielder. Many Knights of Shroud ride to battle on ethereal mounts, skeletal creatures that usually take the form of horses. These spectral steeds enable the rider to reach areas of the battlefield they are most needed, issuing orders to the hordes they command. The next hero we'll learn about is the Guardian of Souls. These heroes were once necromancers, using amethyst death magic to further their knowledge. Without enough arcane power, they were unable to maintain their own lives, and Nagash claimed their souls. In death, they used the powers they had in life to summon more vengeful spirits from the grave and heal those Nighthaunts who have been damaged in battle. They haunt the skirts of the battlefield, keeping a watchful eye on their forces' lines, looking for holes and weak spots that need bolstering. If they see a gap forming, they raise their flickering lanterns, summoning the spirits of the dead from miles around to fill these holes. Many an enemy has been fooled into believing they have defeated a procession, only for the Nighthaunt to reappear at the behest of the Guardian of Souls. They have a couple of interesting bits of war gear as well. The first is known as a mortality glass, which is basically Bernard's watch, if you know that kids' TV show. It's an hourglass that controls the flow of time, making their own units appear to move at scarily fast speeds. Then there's the Nightmare Lantern, which is a ghostly beacon which burns with the flames of Nagashazar. The mind-chilling smoke that the flames emit fall towards the battlefield rather than rising to the sky as you may expect. The bearer can control the smoke, so it snakes through the earth, calling spirits to battle and chilling enemy troops to the core. Our final hero is a Spirit Torment. These cruel and immortal beings are the jailers of Shaiish, and they, along with chain-ghasts, capture, imprison and torture those souls who have broken the laws of Nagash. Sightings of these jailer spirits has almost become commonplace in the mortal realms since the Necroquake. Whenever a Nighthaunt force is sent on a mission to capture the souls of those who have attempted to escape death, they are always accompanied by a Spirit Torment. Spirit Torments are often accompanied by chain ghasts in battle and assist them in capturing souls. They wield ghast flails. These weapons contain the essence of pure misery, and the corrosive bolts they release burn their target's soul. A spirit torment can even capture the soul energy of a Stormcast Eternal, preventing them from returning to Azir for reforging. On to the next section, which is how to build these Heroes 3. 2 pages, so it should be nice and simple. I may of course come to eat my words when I eventually get round to building them, and I might find it really difficult, but we'll have to wait and see about that, won't we? We then get a 6-page how to paint section, in which we paint the heroes we got in this issue, as well as revisiting some of our older Nighthaunt models with the paints we got in last week's issue. After that, it's straight onto the playthrough section. If you've been paying attention, you'll have noticed by this point that we didn't get a short story in this issue. I'm sure we'll see a return to that format next week though, with some kind of heroic duel more than likely. Back to the playthrough section. This week we're using command abilities in our games. Each player receives a command point at the start of the hero phase, which can be used to activate one of the following abilities. In the movement phase, you can use the at the double ability. This basically changes the run roll of a unit within 6 inches of a hero to 6. That costs 1 command point, as do the other 2 I'm about to run through. In the charge phase, you can use the forward to victory ability. If a unit is within 6 inches of a hero, they can re-roll any charge roll they make. And finally, in the battle shock phase, you can use the inspiring presence ability. Again, the unit must be within 6 inches of a hero, and if they are, they do not have to take a battle shock test if they would normally be required to do so. As has been the case with these tutorials, we get some lovely picture diagrams that help explain these rules and how to implement them. And that's pretty much everything, inside the magazine at least. Let's turn to the back page and remind ourselves what we're getting next week. 2 fantastic looking Stormcast heroes. That mounted hero looks quality in my opinion. Then, in issue 21, we're getting 5 more Dreadside Harridans. That'll allow us to make a unit of 10, increasing the deadliness of our ever-growing procession. Before you go, don't forget to give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Any questions you've got, you can ask in the comments below. There's a button here for you to subscribe if you've not already done so, and a Patreon link here if you'd like to support the channel. There's also a couple of videos here for you to check out at your leisure. Thanks very much for watching guys, and I'll see you on the battlefield.